Why, oh, why does he do this? Why does he do this? Come on. Why does he do this? You see what the video is about. Come on. Why? I know we try really hard to find ways to say, well, this might be why somebody might be doing something, especially when that person is always some way, somehow being talked about constantly. Now, we know Drake is always constantly talked about, even though he's quote unquote fell off. I'm not about to have this conversation. I think for what he was, yes, of course, but he didn't fall off in the sense of relevancy altogether. Does that make sense? Anyways, you don't, I hope he wasn't the one, or his team, his camp, his whatever was like, yeah, put this one out. You didn't have to do that. This is exactly what the end of the song was about. Not like us. Come on, he literally exposed the whole conversation that involved you and Atlanta and the relationship that you developed. I mean, again, hey, dude, you do what you want. If you think this was the way to roll, then you think was the way to roll. But again, this is exactly why, for me personally, I always talk about him just needing to take a second. He just needs to take a break. He might not have been the one to say anything about it, but at the end of the day, it just shouldn't have been something you had to bring up. I do not think on either side uh, somebody coming. All right, this is going to sound crazy because people are going to be like, if somebody came and gave you $1 million, you would accept $1 million. That's not what I'm trying to say. To give somebody money for a value that they will give back, not out of genuineness. I don't know, and that's the problem. That's what this beef has caused for a lot of people and their thoughts when it comes to this. Is it a genuine move, or is it just something to keep himself relevant in Atlanta? Because of course, Young Thug coming home, for a lot of people in Atlanta, that's going to be a big thing. That's going to be something where people are going to be rallying around whatever Thug does. And because of that, it just does not look the way that I think it was intended, especially because a lot of the people that there was a mutual gain from what they were doing, the futures of the world, for example. Not saying that future is all of a sudden, you know, I don't know if they're going to get back and do music ever again, or if they just done. I don't know. That's not, for me to tell. It's more of the concept of, giving something to get something, instead of it being giving something because you're genuinely happy, excited, and you just want to be somebody that's helping out. I would hope the people that are typically fighting for Drake can also understand why that looks that way. I know people that do love Drake, every time these conversations come up, they want to fight it. It's hard to fight it when we keep seeing it like this. It just doesn't look genuine. And that's the biggest thing. It just don't look genuine. If it was genuine, if we seen genuine acts as we were going, then we would be having a different conversation. But again, that is not what we've gotten ever since this whole thing has even occurred. And every single time he makes a move, it just does not feel genuine. Even the last video I did about the last video I did about Drake, about the Toronto Raptors and DeMar DeRozan and everything between them two because of this beef. It's just like, let's not ingratiate ourselves in the corny hemisphere. We don't need to do that. Even if people thought you were corny before, like, it just don't look good. That's all I'm saying. I mean, again, hey, Drake fans, Cope, say it was genuine. Say him and Thug done fuck with each other since blah blah blah. He also fucked with a lot of the artists that end up coming out and saying the things that they ended up saying involving what they felt about him. So that take that with what you will. That's what I'm trying to say here. Anyways, y'all, I just came to have a little conversation about this. It just, however you take it, I mean, it's not like Thug isn't going to still rock with. It's not like Thug didn't come out with a song with Drake. Drake, even though he put out the song, Thug does still have to say, yeah, you can put that out, if that makes sense. So I'm pretty sure they do have a working relationship at the end of the day, not that Thug was in any way involved in the beef, if that makes sense. And that's my whole point. But anyways, y'all, I'm gonna get up out of here. Y'all stay blessed. Have a good day. I'm out.